All right, this video is for Milo. This is today's lesson on the sonata that we're working on, Mozart. So we just want to review what we talked about last week, which were the hand positions, right? So we'll start with the right hand, where our first hand position is going to be the three notes of that C major triad that start our melody. The second hand position consists of B, C, and D, right? Which is in measure 2, and that's our melody there. The next hand position moves up to A, G, C, and then the final hand position of this first four measures is E, F, and G. So we'll review quickly our four hand positions through this excerpt. So we have hand position 1, C, E, G. Hand position 2, B, C, D. Hand position 3, A, G, C. And hand position 4, E, F, G. So that's our first hand position, or first four measures. Now in the left hand, so take a minute to review if you need to for the right hand there, and then play the video again whenever you're ready to continue on with the left hand. So the left hand will be C, G, E, and then, so those bottom two notes of the group that we played first are just moving up. The thumb stays the same, and then we're back to C, E, G, and then the top two notes of the group now move up, right? So we go like that, and back to C, E, G, then B, D, G, and then back to C, E, G. So all together we have all right, and then when we put it together, the end result should sound something like this. Okay, now executing that trill in the right hand at the very end of that excerpt, the first thing we'll want to do is practice just that series of notes. So G, G, F, E, F, E. So you can practice that and then practice also just doing them in isolation. Just getting a very clear trill there so you can continue practicing that. All right, so our next four measures, or our next, looks like 6 measures, we're going to have a scalar pattern, right? So a whole bunch of scales in the right hand. So we're going to break those down, first of all, into hand position. So the first 3 notes of our measure 5 pattern are A, B, C. All right, and then we go to another hand position with D, E, F, G, A. Okay, so the first ascending group is like that, and then we go back down. Now when we come back down here, we're gonna put a forefinger. And the reason that we're doing the forefinger on the C here is so that we're in position to play the next group of scales, right? So we have, and then the same thing. So it's gonna go like this. We go a group of 3, and then a 5, and then a 4. Okay, so we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and then that comes back down, and then we have 4, 3, 2, 1, on C, B, A, G. And then that continues up. We do 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on C, D, E, F, G. And then that goes back down. And then we cross over a 4 on B. And then down to F, where we go 1, 2, 3 on F, G, A. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down. And then it goes the same pattern there, right? So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, right? Now here is where the pattern is going to change. Now, all the while with the left hand, that should be fairly simple. So our pattern with the left hand is going to sync up. For those 4 measures, it's going to be the last quarter note and the first quarter note of each measure. With, if you notice, the C stays in place, and then the bottom note is just sort of a descending scale pattern. So our hand positions in the left hand go, and then, so let's take a moment to review. We have, starting in measure 5, 4, 1, and then 4, 1, 1, 1, 4, 1. So now here, when we get to the D in measure 9, we're going to do a similar pattern to what we've been doing with the scales previously. Except when we get to here, we're going to put our thumb on so we're going to do, starting in the second beat, or second quarter beat, or I guess third quarter beat of measure 9. So let's just break that down. So we have a position, pattern of 4 notes. And this is where we're going to pivot so that we can play those higher notes that are coming up, right? So we have D, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F, G, and then our thumb again on. So we go thumb, 2, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. So when we get to measure 11, we have basically back to our sort of C major pattern with a B, starting on a B, G, E, C, D, G, C, E, G, D, and then to finish the first section of this part. So, let's work through the left hand here. So we've got So the trickiest part of that is going to be these arpeggios in the left hand when we get to here, right? Measure 11. So we just basically have a G major, and then a C major, back to a G major, and then back to C major, and then to close out that first part of the section. So when we start, the whole beginning of the first part is going to sound like this. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of direction as far as how to approach practicing this section. If there's any part of the video that you have questions on, then hopefully you can rewind it, go back and see what I've done. If you do have further questions, you can always contact me. Thanks for watching, and we'll continue working on the subsequent sections a little later. Take care.